Whoa, is that better? The old live thing didn't kick in. Am I live now? Am I live? Are we out there and live? Hopefully we are. I've been jibber-jabbering to myself. Can I get a thumbs up if I'm live? Hopefully I am. Don't know why it didn't go their way. Have we got a problem with OBS? I think we should be out there now. Let me just check my phone. We're good now. We're good now. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. Sorry about that. And I better say a good evening to Gamer Dan again, and to William again, and to Hulky again, and Danak again, and Number One Pops, and everybody that's jumped into the chat. Welcome this evening. It is Friday the 16th, and we got a few little races that are lined up this evening in the Suzukis. We're going to be getting away in just under a minute, so let me just come out of here. And yeah, we're doing the Suzuki Carry around Eiger. This is a non-bopped race, just so that people can just show off their trucks. So we could see there the Hulky's obviously in some sort of well, I'm not quite sure what he's in. I want to know what he's cooking up. He looks like he's got some hot plates in the back of that, so making me hungry at the moment. But it's a merchandising, or is he cooking something up? We'd love to know. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. And we've got a few trucks in there and a few other vehicles. Now, Outlaw Number One Pops is a nice gold and black one. Gamer Dan in the monster one with the orange and green, looking good. Danny's in a plain white. Plain vehicle, that one. So I wonder if that's been tuned. A lot of them have been tuned. We haven't got BoP on today. So what we can do is I can grab the triangle and actually see what we've got. So you can see Hulky is in a 147 horsepower. So he's got a bulk standard vehicle. The rest of us pretty much have got ours pimped up, tuned up, whatever. I'm sitting 139. Some of the other guys are up to 151. Wow. And I'm heavy as well. Oh no, Dan is heavy. I'm not. I'm okay on that one. But yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a difference. So I'm not too worried about who's going to win in this one. It's more just about enjoying the vehicles. Finfray, good evening, my friend. Yeah, more interested in the vehicles that people are going to run. And then after that, we're in the Jimny, what I refer to as the nodding donkey. That won't be bopped as well because we're on dirt for that one. And then the Swift Sport around Barons Hatch Indy. And then we get into the two bigger races, which will be the GR4 around Big Willow and the GR3 around Deep Forest Raceway. I am Drak Fury's just joining us, so I'm just going to give him a moment, and we'll get Drak in. Wills is just joining as well. With regards to me, I'm going to try and do a couple of races tonight. I'm not going to overdo it, I promise. I promised Joe as well. And I think I'm going to get behind Hulky and give him a bit of a push around here. Yeah, so I'm going to take it easy. And one of the things I did want to say is we've had some good news about somebody who's not very well today, but also some not so good news of a family member of a PSR racer that's has been taken ill as well. So my thoughts and prayers and wishes and everything goes out to everybody that is still going through health issues and troubles as we go into 2026. It just seems to be a lot of it around at the moment. Greg White, good evening. Yeah, a lot of illnesses going around at the moment. So some good news on the side of some not good news on the side of others. We await good news on those. You will know who you are. My best wishes are with you guys. For me, a lot of people have been asking. I'm just on a road to recovery at the moment. I've got to look after myself and just let my back recover, and then hopefully I shall be as right as rain in 2, 3, 4 weeks, however long it takes. Right, we're just waiting for... Oh, Drak is in. So we've got Greg White, Danny C, Gamer Dan, Wills, me, Drak, Hulky, and Number One. 8 runners. Let's get this one underway. We're a couple of minutes over, and we'll see what we can do. I will put Hulky last, I think, in this one. If Hulky's not last, I will be amazed, because he's so underpowered in that van that he's got. Or maybe one of us will push him around. Maybe we will surprise him. Speedy, good evening, my friend. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Poor old Speedy's lost his wheel. He's had trouble with his wheel. So he's in the wars as well, but in a slightly different way. How far can I push Hulky around without sending him off? Oh, he's off already. Come on, Hulky. Get it under control, my friend. Oh, I've been spun on the line. Oh, no. I've been turned around off the line. Oh, no. I could be last now. This is qualifying, guys. Oh, my word. I knew this was going to be a bit of a crazy one. Some of us have got tuned vehicles. Some of us don't. I knew it was going to be a bit crazy. Oh. Poor old Hulky, I think he's the only one staying true to PSR with a standard livery. Let's get this up the hill. Where is Hulky? We know Hulky because he's got the huge van. He's round there shoveling out burgers, I think, to people. Although it's a merchandise van. So I'm not quite sure what he's got in there, but definitely look like hot plates. I had a funny feeling they would only do a like for like, Speedy. I thought that might be the case. I can imagine there might be a few people out there that are trying to get upgrades with the new Kia that's coming out. But at least if you could get yours sorted and get you back racing, that would be good. Where is the Hulkstar? Oh. I wonder if Hulky's being pushed around. Can't see him anywhere. Only got a minute and a half left. I reckon Greg is right on his back bumper pushing him. Whoa! Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Come on, round we come. I keep going around the corner expecting to see that big truck, and I'm not seeing him. Where is he? We've still got two flatbeds in front of us. Maybe he's in the. Maybe he's in. Is he in the pits? No, he's still running. Let's try and get around. Maybe he's quicker in that underpowered truck than I thought. Maybe it's easier. We made a mistake. Whoa! We've gone around again. Oh man, alive. We're out of time. And we're not going to catch him. Still can't see him. But he is way off the top. Look at that, a 142. Oh no, he's just dropped to a 135. So a lot of us are doing 107s, 108s, 110s. And poor Hulky, a 135. Oh, we could have a roadblock on our hands, my friends. We could have a roadblock on our hands. It's going to be interesting. So we got Gr.x is going to lead us away. Gamer down in second. Number one Pops in third. And fourth, Wills, Danny, Drak Fury and Hulky at the moment. Unless number one Pops can improve on third and unseat Dan or Gr.x. And there's just half a second between Gr.x and Gamer Dan. So will be very, very, very interesting. I will remind you that Hulky is running a very, very underpowered vehicle. So that is not representative. Not representative at all. Right. Woo. So after this one, we're going to be in the Jimny. We're going to have the nodding donkey out around Colorado, which will be quite interesting. So we've got some real quirky races this evening lined up. Gamer Dan says that Hulky carrying all the PSR merch is weighing us all down. I want to see the merch. I want to know what he's got in the back of that van. Is it worth buying, is or just a load of tat? Knowing me, it's just a load of old tat. Oh, we shall see. We shall see. Maybe I'll bump him, tip him on his side and see what falls out. We'll have a look and see what falls off the back of his lorry. Right, here we go then. Don't go in the pits, Mitchell. Oh, Dan's got some welly off with that corner. I obviously need to lose my shirt, it's weighing me down. Can we catch him? it's the Hulkster. He's on an absolute flyer at the moment. 2 seconds ahead at the minute. He's just there, but he is still in front. Oh, I've got a track limit warning now, half a second. That's not good. Whoa. A big old slide there. Just about getting used to my brake pedal now. It's a very, very soft brake pedal. Oh, come on, come on, get round, get round. Oh no, I'm into the wall. I'm saying I'm getting used to the brake pedal, I've just nerfed that into the wall there. It's going to let Greg through. Racer's Edge, good evening. Well held, Mitch. Yeah, and then I binned it in the wall. I'm all or nothing, mate. I'm either great or awful. 9 times out of 10, awful. But I take a lot of enjoyment out of the great ones. I ignore the rubbish moves. I remember the good ones. Woo! Don't look at the chat, Mitch. Can we catch up with Greg, I wonder? Hulky's being pushed. Wills is pushing Hulky. Oh. Whoa! It just went round again. Where is the Hulkster going? We got a carry train. Here you go again. Oh, I think Hulky's going for a bit of sightseeing there. Did I tell everybody about the Joker that we've got to do in this one? Has anybody done the Joker? I'm going to do the Joker now. I need everybody to let me know whether anybody's done the Joker. Because if they haven't, they lose. Here comes the Joker. Oh, 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 I missed it. All right. Oh, we got, come on, get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Go, 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 come on. We're in. We're round. We're back. We're out. We did the Joker. Did anybody else do the Joker? I need to know now. Greg White, Dan, number one, did you do the Joker? Who did the Joker? Did they do... All of you watching, did all of those guys do the Joker, or did they all miss the Joker? Racer's Edge says nobody else did the Joker. I win! Mitchell Morgan is the winner. Yeah. I'm just hearing from the stewards that apparently the Joker wasn't announced before the race. So it's been voided. No, that's not fair. See, number one did it every lap. He did it every single lap. There you go. See, we don't want to listen to the stewards tonight. The stewards, they don't know what they're talking about. See, some of us did it, some of us didn't. For those of you that are wondering what on earth is going on, no, I didn't mention about doing a Joker. That came to me halfway through, but we should do that next time. Oh, we should do that next time. Racer's Edge said we should rerun it. Definitely the next time that we do, we do this in a novelty race. I think I should introduce that as a Joker. I got the Jokers from Number One Pops. They often do Jokers at the, well, not Number One Pops, but when he was with the Outlaws, they often do Jokers and stuff. And I thought that halfway round, should have thought about that before. Never mind. Greg White was your winner. 107.836, no Joker. Game it down in second with a 107.699 and the fastest lap. No Joker. But look at that. 0.076 between them. That is close. Number one Pops doing the Joker every single the lap in third. 13 seconds behind. But he did it with a 1:10.04. You see, it took him 3 seconds to do the Joker. That's how I know he was doing the Joker. Drat Fury in fourth. I got fifth. Doing the Joker once. Only the once. Danny C in sixth, Hulky seventh, Wills in eighth. So Wills pushing around Hulky, but Greg White, Game It Down and Outlaw, number one Pops. There we go. Everyone in open cockpit for that one with the Joker, says Hulky. We'll have to do the Joker next time. Right, okay, where are we? Oh dear, don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. We're off to Colorado. As number one Pop says, the Outlaws got tracks with Joker laps. Absolutely, absolutely. I caught up with the Outlaws over Christmas, and first time I'd really come across Jokers in a Gran Turismo race. And we were at Michelin, one of my favourite racetracks, and there are 3 different Jokers that you had to do. And yeah, that was interesting, shall we say, for somebody that's not used to that. It was pretty good. I did enjoy it. And this is the one I want, because the other one's got what's it's on it. I need some dirt tyres. The other one is all beefed up. So we'll put the dirt tyres on. So no bop on this as well. So hopefully, I mean, my car is, as you can see there, it's pretty much stock. So 63 horsepower, 305 pp, 1,000 weight. Hopefully most of these will be standard cars now. It was only really the first race that I was allowing everybody to go a little bit crazy. Yeah. Extreme or lower error. Have I got an extreme or lower? is a bit confused. I'll put it down as unrestricted, but it should be bopped, this one. So, oh no, it's not bopped. We can't bop, can we? Duh. We can't bop because we're on dirt, which is a real pain. So we're probably going to find, as you can see there, we're going to have a few different vehicles. So we're going to be able to see that we've got Greg, Danny, Wills, Hulky, me. We're all going to be standards. And then we've got number one and Gamer Dan have got slightly tuned vehicles for this one. It's quite nice that we can see that now, and you know exactly where people are. Gr.x is just out buying this one. So we will be watching out for a couple of guys running away, but it is on gravel. Who knows what might happen? Who knows what might happen? So I'm going to start this one, the qualifier. I'm going to start that at 37. Hopefully Gr.x will be back then. So just 3 minutes. I just want to get out on track and just see how I go in this vehicle. I am one of the worst on gravel. Absolutely terrible I am. As much as I study some of the guys that are good on the gravel, you know, how they go in, I really struggle. A lot of them, when I watched Jack Kobe on one of the mini ones that we did, I think it was a minis, and he just kept the accelerator pedal planted the whole way round and just really flicked between third and fourth for most of the time. And when I try and do it, I'm like all over the place. Ooh, we got a new name, I think, just jumped in there. Somebody I've not seen before, so might have a new person to say hello to in just a moment. There could be a little bit of bump drafting and stuff around this one as well, I would imagine. Mind you, you can rephrase that as there might be a little bit of bumping. Well, you can be assured there'll be a little bit of bumping, but I imagine there'll be a bit of bump drafting and people working together on this one. I know I'm certainly going to try if I can stay with anybody. However, you know what I'm like. Mind you, this doesn't drift that much. It's sort of like, it's like a Jeep, isn't it? Well, it is a Jeep. It just goes round the corners. All going to be about keeping those revs up, I think. Keeping the speed up as much as possible. It's going to be quite an interesting one, this one. So everything we're doing tonight is Suzuki's, my friends. We're enjoying everything Suzuki. Decided to do a manufacturer's night tonight as a Friday night special. Drat Fury's come up with a great idea where we do a used car dealership evening. So I'm considering that for next Friday. In which case what we'll do is we will grab a number of cars that are in the used car dealership at the beginning of the day. Give people an opportunity to get some credits and then go and just buy a few of those cars. And yeah, of course it'll be whatever is in the used car dealerships. It's probably going to be primarily road cars around whatever tracks, but we'll see how we go. So I think we're pretty much there on the time. I think I said 37. Stiggy is just joining us at the moment. I've got a quick hello to say to this guy here. just need to write their name down so I can put it in my list of people that have freebies. So we got OMT_CIG_ANINHO. So Stiggy, are you joining? Stiggy, please stick in. And then we'll, oh, he's in. He's in. As soon as I do that, it's always the same. As soon as I do that, boom, they're in. So here we got. We got an itchy nose, and I don't want to sneeze because it will set my head off. We've got Greg White, Danny C, Gamer Dan, Wills, me, Jack Fury, Hulky, Siganinho, whatever. Number one Pops and Stiggy. Let's get going. Let's go. So we got a quick 5-minute quali and then a 6-lap race. The 6 laps around here, it's actually going to be quite a long race, I think. I should probably have cut the number of laps down, but I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of strategy that could come into this one, if I'm honest. Who's going to team up with who, and how is this one going to pan out? Remember, we've got 2 cars, well, at least 2 Jeeps that are faster than the others, so they will have a power advantage. But of course, could be that they're going to work with people. It could be that they get in the way of other people. It could be that they just run away. Who knows? And there is one of the quick Jeeps. There's one of the quick ones. So can we use Dan and stay with him? Oh, let's get off that curve. Oh, no. Get off there. Get off there. Get off there. Get off there. Ooh. Difficult to know whether to stay in 3rd or 4th at the moment. So 43, 40, we are increasing the speed, so we'll just stay in this one for the moment. We've got another car coming around. This is Stiggy, I think. Stiggy looking like he's got some power there. So that might be slightly, looks like it might be slightly tuned. So Stiggy's going to go off after Dan. Although I'm catching him now, so that might not be true. He might have just got through a corner welds. Look to see who is in the tuned cars. So I noticed 2. Oh, he's Outlaw in the wrong car. I thought everybody was in the right car when I looked. Yeah, Drac, I know some of them have got more, they've got slightly tuned cars. We saw that. It's always the way on the gravel tracks that it's, well, before we couldn't see. Obviously now we can see whether they are stock or not. And of course, most of my vehicles are not stock anymore because I do minor tweaks knowing that we run BoP. So it removes those. I used to keep one for stock and one that I used to tweak slightly for the World Circuit races. As many of you know, I do a lot of those videos, and I'm well behind with those at the moment. And therefore I've normally got some upgraded brakes and 1 or 2 little tweaks. Don't normally worry too much because we run BoP, but obviously my Jimny was upgraded, so I did grab another one earlier on just to make sure that I was stock. But a lot of us are used to running in BoP where that doesn't matter anymore, but no BoP on dirt tracks. So there we go. Oh, oh, big slide through there. Difficult to know when to change up at the moment. So Stiggy with a 143.7, Dan with a 143.9. So I'm going to suspect that their Jimnys are close on power. So it will be interesting to see how those guys do. Danny C just going by me there. Let's see if I can get a bit of a slipstream. Not sure if we're going to get another lap in. And we might do. I can't remember how long the overrun is. Let's just see what I can do working with Danny C here. You can see the time difference between number one Stiggy and Dan. And then the rest of us. So it's all good. We will have a two-tier race here. That's all good. Or what I might do is, what are we? They're 15 seconds behind, are they? 20 seconds behind. So 20 seconds. So we have got, how many laps are we doing around here? 6 laps around here. Okay, so if they were to hold, okay, I've got an idea here. Too late for me to do it now. What I might do is I might get Outlaw, Stiggy and Dan to hold for 1 minute on the start, and then they can come chase us. So they should catch us about halfway through. I think it could be interesting. Could be a way of doing it. Or I think that would be good. So and then the rest of us just going for it. Oh, so number one Stiggy and Dan. Oh, 1 lap. Now that is a good idea. Number one. Yes, 1 line. Great idea. Brilliant idea. So the rest of us will need to obviously negotiate you. And so what we're going to be doing is number one, Stiggy and Dan, hold on line for 1 lap. Obviously, the rest of us have got to be very careful because they will be up front. Because I cannot change the order. And whether you guys just want to move to the side, but obviously the rest of us will need to be careful. So everybody else will just need to find their way through. Right, this is going to be fun. Oh, this is we've just opened this up. This is going to be cool. Right, so we got number one Pop, Stiggy and Gamer Dan. They're going to hold for a lap. Then Siginano, Danny, Drak Fury, Hulky, Wills, me and Greg White will lead the way. Oh, we're way off the pace. Look at that. Told you I can't race on gravel to save my life. But there we go. Whoa. So the guys up front are going to be, they will go before I even get to them. And then they'll be coming around to overtake me. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This will be interesting. Yeah, the triangle exposes all of the all of the info. Right, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Oh my gosh, the boys have found the horns. It's going to be quite important to try and stay with the leaders here, because obviously as we get to the line, those faster Jimnys will then come away, and I reckon that they are going to catch up with us around about lap 4/5, and yeah, that's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. I feel sorry for those guys having to just wait on the line whilst we enjoy our first lap, but hey, that's what you get. That's what you get for having a quick car. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is just made this interesting. Keep pushing. Come on. Green Dan's having some brekkie. Is he having brekkie or is he having biltong? I bet it's biltong he's having. That Fury just going through on the inside there. I'll just pick up a bit of a slipstream. I'll try. Oh, keep the boot in. Okay, stay out the wall. No, I hit the wall. Oh no. No. That's not what we wanted to do. That's the worst thing possible right there. Oh no. The yellow flag is out for the guys that are stationary on the lines. They're going to be getting going any moment now. They're going to be watching. Oh, Wills has got a 3-second penalty. Oh, there's somebody else with it. Here we go, they're off. Greg's got a 3-second. How have you guys got a 3-second penalty, for goodness sake? How does that work? Right, I need to get on the back of Dan and see if he can pull me through. I'm going to try and lasso my tow rope onto the back of him. Oh, Stiggy going through as well. I've got a nice double tow here. I'm not going to lie, I thought that those guys were going to be running away. They were so much faster in the quali. But Dan and Stiggy still right in the middle of us. Oh, interesting. When are they going to make a break for it? So Dan makes a move through the middle. He's not going to want Stiggy to get away. Sigianto, the fastest of the non-souped up ones, I think, if I'm correct, going through. Oh, we got a bit of a hit there. Oh, the blue one's going to come across and hit me. Oh, go up the hill here. Come on, keep going. Wheels just in front. It's got a 3-second. I've lost my toe from Dan and Stiggy. They've gone. Danny C out front, and Greg White and Wills are up the front there. Stay out of the barriers this time, Mitch. Wills just taking his penalty, and Greg White also taking a penalty there. They've got to get themselves back up to speed now. Lap 2 of 6. Remember, those quick guys, they've got to get all the way round because they are a lap behind us at the moment. Just see if I can work with Greg here. I've got some guys that are coming up behind fairly quickly. Over the top, down the other side. Tiniest of little taps there just to try and get a bit of a boost, but not a lot. Oh no, we're going to go down in the dip. Oh, and over the jump. Greg and I both all over the place there. Oh, no, 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 I got into the side. Oh, no. Oh, I think I just took Greg out there. I'm going to need to slow down. Where's Greg? Where's Greg? Need to let him through. Yes, our rules and all that. Come on, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. He's through. Right, let's resume. We've got Wills, Hulky and Greg. Of course, the other guys. What was it? Number one. I think it was number one, Stiggy and Dan, wasn't it, that have are running away. They've got to try and get around. So we've got a big old split of vehicles on the track at the moment. Although we've got this little group of us slower cars together here, how quickly are the fast ones going to come through? Number one is in 7th. I thought number one was in a quick car. So I don't know what's happening there. Come on, keep it together. Follow Hulky through here. Too wide. Get it through here. Keep the power down. Come on. Come on. Come on, Hulky. Let's go, mate. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's kicking stones up at me while I'm trying to catch him to bump. A little bit of a nudge. The slightest, tiniest little nudge to try and get us both onto the back of Greg and Wills in front. Danny's sitting out front at the minute. But we've got the quick boys are going to be coming through the... I'd imagine they're going to be catching us over the next lap or so. Remember, they were a good 15-20 seconds ahead of us. Right, let's see if Hulky can get on the back of me and just work with me and see what we can do. Oh, I've gone a bit deep into there, but Wills is deep into the barrier. I've just managed to keep it out. Can we get a slingshot around Wills? If only dirt driving was always this easy. Certainly easier than the minis, which are all over the place. Just pedal, get it turned, and then just try and stay with people. But Greg, he's just ahead of me at the moment. Danny sees way out in front. Some 13 seconds. He's gone. We've got the two boys behind. Greg just in front. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing. Come on, little van. Where are the quick guys? I don't think number one has number one come through yet. I haven't seen him. Number one is one of the guys that's chasing, and we've got Stiggy and Dan behind as well. So on lap 4 of 6. I think we're coming around towards the end of this race, so they're going to have 2 laps to catch us. You'd think they were going to be with us now, but I don't think it will be long. Oh, let's get pushing. I'm hearing that Racer's Edge has been called back by the landlord at the pub at the start of the race. Apparently, I'm hearing that the 3 of them left without paying their bar bill, and they said that they were going to leave it to the winner, but apparently that wasn't agreed. So, Racer's Edge, you have got to pop back to the bar at the end of this one, please, mate, and pay that bill, because otherwise we're all going to be in trouble. And I, for one, don't want a little visit to have to pay that. But, apparently they ran up quite the bill, apparently. And yes. Whoa, here goes through one of the cars. Who is that? That's number one. Maybe number one is on a run to get back to the bar to pay that bill. So we'll have a look in a moment, and when we get round to the start-finish straight, we're going to see if number one pops in to pay the bill. Maybe number one had agreed to settle the tab, and he's realised that he's left without paying the tab, and he's now on a mad mission to try and get back there before the cops arrive. And for me, I know I'm in the clear. I'm going to have my drink at the end of this one. You should drink before you drive. Not drive before you drink. No, hang on. You should drive before you drink, not drink before you drive. Get it round the right way, Mitchell. Or maybe I've had one too many already this afternoon. And yeah, oh no. I can't agree. I can't admit to that, can I? Come on, come on, come on. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Gr.x just ahead of me at the moment. So we got number one Pops has gone through, but is he going to be stopping off at the pits to pay the bill? Or is it going to be one of the others that's going to be stopping off? I can't see the number one as okay, so it looks like number one's gone through. He's or maybe he's running from the cops. I'm not quite sure. I can see the little drone above us at the moment. They're watching the number plates to find out the cars that were parked up, having the drink, having the pint before we started racing. And they've obviously got their eyes on somebody. So I'm in the clear. I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right. But oh, are those boys going to be in trouble? I wonder. Is the I'm hearing that the landlord is red-faced, and he's apparently talking about getting a stinger out on the track to stop the three cars that were parked up while they were having their boozy moment. And I'm hoping that he's going to manage to sting Danny C and number one Pops and maybe Gr.x, and then haul the stinger in before I get there, so that I might be able to win this. Mr. Landlord, if you could do that, I might throw you and your crew a nice tip at the end of this one when I pop in for my glass of Coke at the end of this one, and that is a Coca-Cola, before anybody wonders what that is. But I've got a nice cool glass of Coca-Cola that's on the bar waiting for me at the moment. We're in fourth. I'm being told that I can have that glass of Coke on the house if I can get a podium. So it's all now down to whether I can get on the back of Greg and get this job done. Greg, my friend, if you let me through, I'll buy you half a pint of Coke. How's that? Oh, he says he doesn't like Coke. Oh dear, well, that blew out, didn't it? That didn't work. He's going to go. He's going to get that third place. I'm going to have to forfeit my my drink. I'm going to have to pay for it. Oh dear, and oh, the landlord. God, did you see the landlord over there? He's jumping up and down like a good one. Oh dear. Oh, number one, Dan and Stiggy, they're in trouble. Oh, they're in trouble. Well done, number one, for coming through. He came through the back and won it. Stiggy and came down in 8th and 9th. So, wow, a lap down was probably a little bit too much to ask for, but wow, they gave it what for. They were right up with us. They really were right up with us. Busting to know who's going to pay the bill. You know what happens? If they don't pay the bill, the landlord's probably going to find me on YouTube, and he's going to come and tackle me for it, isn't he? That's what's going to happen next. You watch. My phone will ring in a minute, and it'll be the landlord turning around and saying, "Oi, you're hosting your stream. You've got the racers out here, and they ain't paid their bar bill. That's not very respectful." Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Number one Pops saying great fun. Number one Pops, did you pay the bar bill? I need to know. Need to know. Oh, Hulky's saying that was fun. I thought we'd have some fun tonight. We've done some really hard racing over the last week or so. I just thought we'd have a laugh. So number one Pops, the winner there with a 134.063. Danny C in second with a 158.4, and Gr.x in third with a 159.3. I couldn't quite catch him. I was a good 2 and a bit seconds behind. In fourth, Wheels Racing fifth, Drag Fury sixth, Hulky seventh, Stiggy eighth, Gamer Dan in ninth, and Siganano didn't finish. I think Gamer Dan and Stiggy should have come through there. Did they stop off at the pub on the way round for another quick half? Is that what happened to you guys? Did you stop off for another quick drink? I reckon they might have done. Gonna have to have words with them. I think there could be a rule change coming very soon for the PSR guys. We need to race respectfully, not under the influence. Number one, Danny, Greg, well done, guys. Well done to you guys. Well done indeed. Right, okay, we're back onto the track now. BoP is going to be set now. BoP will be set. So, Branch Hatch Indy, we've got a 10-lapper around here. and BoP I think should be on. I am going to check. Dan says we drank. Yeah, I know you drank before you drove, but apparently the landlord tells me you didn't pay the bar bill, and apparently they're coming after me now. Yeah, you bunch of little penny pinchers. I don't know. Pop in for a quick drink before we start going and leave me to pick up the bar bill. Oh, I don't know what it's like. Do you know, it's hard work running a stream and a community like this, and they just take you for granted. They do, you know. They do. It's just, yeah, it's all right. Mitch will pick up the bill. He's fine. He's a good old boy. Little do they know, I'll get my own back. Don't you worry. Oh, number one. But okay, so it was number one that ran up the bar bill. Look, he's saying I had a few 32 cars on track. He saw. Wow. You certainly had a few, my friend. Oh my word. Oh my word, I think you need to put your head in a bucket of ice cold water before you get out in the next one, mate, because we're back to serious racing now. Oh, the silliness is over. Now we're into serious stuff. Clear head stuff this time. Clear head stuff now. Right, I'm going to go at 10 past for this one. So 5 minutes and then we'll get going. Oh, somebody's just subscribed. Anthony White. Anthony White. Wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. I really appreciate that. Hulky's just going to buy a new one. What's Hulky going to buy? Is he buying a new car or is he buying a new drink? Did he pop in for a quick half when he's spilt it everywhere? Is that what's happened? If Hulky's popping in, can you get me half a Coke, mate? No, don't put anything else in it. You'll have me all over the place, mate. Got to keep my head together. Ooh. Oh, this is a good little car around here. He says, putting it in the gravel. This is a nice little car around here. Ooh. Dan's done a 56 dead. Well, 56 139. That's pretty cool. That's a good that. Oh, I'm in the gravel. Wills 57. Robson 58. Ooh, what's the 150 XP in chat? I think that this is a 150 XP in chat. I'm not sure. Got a couple of minutes. Let's just see if I can stay with Hulky here. Oh, not if we go up there, we're not. Galactical's telling him. Cool. I'll tell you what I have got to do. No, it's not there. I can't remember where it is now. I can do that. Not done one of them in a while. There we go. Don't know who's going to get them. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Berube, Magnussen, and Cupra. So, a few people I don't know. It's a short answer to that one. Those are people that obviously follow me that we haven't heard of very much, but those guys have all got gifted memberships. Well done, well done, well done. I've got 5 more to do at some point. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Suzuki to put on the window sills. I've got that lovely Mazda that is absolutely beautiful. Lovely model, that one. Got that one for Christmas from the PSR guys and absolutely love it. Very, very proud to have that one on show this evening. Loving it to bits. So we got Greg White, Danny C, Gamer Dan, Wills, Robson, me, Drat Fury, Hulky, Number One, Stiggy, and we got Siganino. Not sure if he's racing in this one, but I've said that we're going to go at 10 past. It is 10 past, so we'll get this one go. All right, let's get this one underway. Yeah, can't see that he's in. So we'll start the qualifying, and then we got a little 10-lap race around here. Good luck, everybody. Let's get to going. And just Port Pie's just saying there, 3 top XP win a badge. Ooh. Robson, good evening. Happy Friday to you too. Happy Friday. Right. Yeah, looking like a nice little combo, this. This is the short course, the Indy course. You've still got that first corner that can absolutely catch you out. Then we've got this one down the hill. How much of the exit of this curve do you take? Don't really want to get up on the grass too much. And then this is the one that can win or lose it through here. You pick up the inside of this curb, and where do you brake for this one? So you don't get up into the gravel there, but you want to be on the curb, on the power as soon as possible. Then we come across the line, so it's a very, very quick short lap. Try and stay out the gravel. On the brakes, turn it in. I'm just starting to feel it in my back a bit at the moment, so whether I finish this one or not, I'm not sure. If I do rage quit, guys, I apologise. I will go spectating, but I think that I may well spectate the last 2, which are going to be cracking races. We've got a GR4 and a GR3 race. One's around Willow Springs, and the last one, I can't remember where we're doing the last one. Oh, I've gone too wide into there. Not braking heavily enough. Can't remember. Oh yeah, we've got the no, it's not. Yeah, it's the Deep Forest Raceway. Going to be 2 really good GR races coming up, so I'm looking forward to spectating and commentating on those. And thank you to everybody that commented last night and said how much they enjoyed the commentary. I did a whole evening of commentary yesterday because I didn't feel up to racing, and thoroughly enjoyed it. We had some wonderful races. Some good sprints. One of them was a real strategic race and was absolutely fantastic. Some of the people were asking how people were managing to make the strategy work that they did. And then the last one, oh, we threw a spanner in the works with the rain, caught a couple of people out, and again, those with the strategy did very, very well. And it was great evening of racing. And I thought we'd finish it off with the manufacturers tonight. Next week, we're going to be doing a a used car dealership one. Gr.x Fury suggested this. I think it's a cracking idea. We'll pick a few cars from the used car dealership to race. Obviously, it will depend on what cars are in the used car dealership that morning. So we'll be able to grab them fairly cheaply, keep them stock, and then we'll decide what tracks we're going to run those around in at some point. I think actually, annoyingly, I am going to bail on this one. I can start to just feel my back is pulling a little bit. My headache is just starting a little bit, which is an indication that maybe we've had our innings for tonight. So let me just bring this round and into the pits, and we'll just retire this one. And for once, I am actually listening to my body, doing as I am told. Let me just shift the position a bit, grab my coffee. Oh. And then I will jump out of this one and we will commentate. So we've got 47 to go. It's a shame because I bought this car and put this livery on today. I found this livery somebody's done. It's a Gran Turismo one. Looks really nice on this car, and I really did like it. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get to run it, which is a real shame. I'll just put my coffee cup back up there. Those of you that asked, I did get 3 new models over the Christmas period. I got the Mazda from the PSR guys. Extremely generous, and I was very, very humbled when I opened that. It took I was lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. And then I also picked up the Porsche 911 in the Golf livery with the orange tire wheels that I've been after for a while, and that gorgeous M4 Row. That one just fell in my lap, and I was so pleased to pick that up. So I think the M4 Row is possibly my favourite of all of my models at the moment. And those of you that have been asking me to do a rig room video, because I haven't done one since I moved in, I will be doing that at some point. So just in the pits at the moment, just whilst the qualifying finishes. At the moment, it looks like Gamer Dan of 54.4 is out front. Hulky in second with a 54.7, and number 1 Pops with a 54.8. And then Danny is a 55.3 with Wheels a 10th behind, and Gr.x Fury just a few tenths behind him as well. But very, very close up the front. Less than 4/10 of a second between the top 3. And I can't actually see the time for place number 4 and 5. So we could have a very, very, very quick race around here. Very quick race indeed. So we'll see how we're going. One of the things I do need to do is to grab my controller. Forgive me, I'm moving around a little bit at the moment. I'm just trying to get my back into a position where it's comfortable. So I'm sorry for moving around a lot. Thankfully, I'm only on the small camera, not the big one. And I just want to take the opportunity just to wish everybody well. There's a lot of people with coughs, colds, influenza, illnesses, and worse at the moment. My thoughts and wishes are with you, and for some of you that follow me, it's your family members that are going through difficult times at the moment. My thoughts and wishes with you all, and hoping that we can all have a little bit of a better 2026 going forwards. Would be really nice. And yeah, I know there's 1 or 2 people worried about 1 or 2 people at the moment, so I'm not going to say any more than that, but my thoughts and prayers are with you. Right, okay, so Gamer Dan is going to be leading us away. Hulky, then number 1 Pops, Stiggy, Greg White, Danny C, Wills, Gr.x Fury. I'm going to be jumping out of the way, and Robson is going to be following behind, and Sig obviously not in this one. So let's start the race on this one, and I think I am going to have to start and then jump out the way, because I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to spectate off the line, because I have obviously set a qualifying time just by... I was going to race it and then change my mind. But just doing what my body's telling me, guys. Again, something a lot of you guys have been telling me to do. I haven't actually got anybody behind me, which is good. So what we'll do is we will come out of there. We'll exit. Yes. We'll spectate. We'll put some replay information on as quickly as I can. And we'll jump on board. So we've got Gamer Dan's going to lead us away. Hulky second out. Number 1 Pops in third. Stiggy fourth. Greg White in fifth at the moment. And Drap Fury sixth. But it's all very, very close at the moment. I'm expecting this to be a very close race. I do love it when we do these single mate races. BoP is on. So this is all about the drivers in this one. Driver skill above all else. And getting the most out of these little Suzuki cars. We did do a vote on these, and it was by far the biggest winner, up against all sorts like Toyotas and Dodges and other bits and pieces. I think it's Suzuki. Sorry, the Mitsubishi was in there as well. But looking at these cars, they look absolutely great. Dan, as he goes across the line to start lap number 2, some 0.7 of a second ahead, but you can see just how tight it is behind. Is anybody going to wind up in the gravel? Looks like they're all navigating the gravel nicely. So go up to turn number 1, hard on the brakes and then down the hill. Very, very close. Slipstream could be key around here. We haven't got the long straights, so it's all about exit speed around this little Indy circuit. Gamer Dan out front, still got time to flash his lights at me. Hello, Dan. Good to see you racing, my friend. I know that Dan is still in a bad place with his ears at the moment. Again, he's one of the guys that I send my best wishes to. So many people that are going through difficult times now, and just never seems to get better. But Dan out front by 6.7 of a second. Hulky in second now. He's just 0.3 ahead of number 1, and number 1 is only 0.3 ahead of Stiggy, who is only 0.2 ahead of Greg White, who's only, well, 2.3 ahead of Wills. So a little bit of a gap back to Wills, and Wills is just 0.3 behind. So there's a lot of 0.2s, 0.3s in this, really indicating that it is going to be a very, 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 very close race. And we've got a few little battles that are going on in here at the moment as Dan just puts a wheel on the dirt there, but we also had I think that was Stiggy and Greg getting up onto the grass too there as well, so they're going to have dirty tyres. It takes a few corners to clean the tyres up around here, and you really want tyres that are gripping so that you can get the car through the corner and get on the power and carry that power through the corners and down the straights as much as possible. But also you can see the guys here, Dan, Hulky and number 1 really working the slipstream as well. Number 1 just looking at the inside there just to see if there was any way through. You can see the balance of these cars. They lean right over as they're going through these corners. You can see the front diving, submarining under the brakes. So the guys managing the weight transfer really nicely. And we've got a lovely little 5-car train here that is forming. Dan has got it under control at the moment, but we're only on lap number 4. So he's got it under control with 1 second ahead of Hulky. Hulky's half a second ahead of number 1, and then number 1 is half a second ahead of Greg, who is half a second ahead of Stiggy. So you get a message here, we've got around about half a second between the cars, but a wheel in the gravel, a wheel on the grass, a missed gear, a bump, a feigned overtake that doesn't come off, an overtake that goes wrong, and it could all change for any of these cars. Saying that, Dan just pulling out a little bit of a lead here, we can see there, and Hulky having a little bit of a look in the gravel there. He's just put a marker in the gravel. Let's hope he doesn't go too much wider, but that's enabled number 1 to close up just a little bit there, and Dan doesn't look like he's managed to capitalise on that. It's still around about a second, so maybe Hulky might have lost a 10th or 2 with those wheels in the gravel, but it's not hurt him too much, which is good news. Good news. So just looking at the different lines of the cars through some of these corners now as they're trying just to get a little bit of a boost on the car in front, just to try and get the power down just that fractionally bit earlier. to try and make a difference. And Dan 1.2 ahead at the moment, but as you can see behind, I'm going to go on board with number 1. Hulky, number 1, and Gr.x absolutely locked together. There's not a lot between these guys. As it looks like number 1 is going to make a move. Or is that Gr.x making a move up the inside? I'm so enjoying this so much, I can't remember who was where, but as we go down the hill after the first corner, it is going to be Gamer Dan out front, then Hulky, Gr.x, number 1, and Stiggy. So I think the Gr.x did just do a move on number 1 there, which was a nice little move up the inside. Nicely pulled off. And then just a little bit further back, we have got Wheels Robson and Drac Fury. They are pretty much running on their own, I think. But up front, this is where the action is. Number 1 Pops is definitely not sitting back and letting the guys up front have it all their own way, because he's right on their back bumpers. Looking at 0.04 between Hulky and number 1. As I say that, number 1 with a beautiful move up the inside. That shuffles Hulky just out a little bit wide, and I think Stiggy was... Oh, you can't call this. We're 4 wide into these corners. You can't get 4 through there, my friend. Something's got to give, but we're still going 2 wide through these corners. This is super respectful stuff. This is amazing. I say it occasionally, but this is seriously like watching a bunch of professionals racing. The respect of these guys through these corners, and it is all corners. There's very little straights to sort yourself out on. They've got to have their eyes everywhere, into, through, and out of every single corner. It's absolutely incredible. It's wonderful. It's brilliant to watch. I can't take my eyes off these 4. Hulky, number 1, Stiggy, and Gr.x, putting on just an amazing spectacle for us. Gamer Dan is out front now. He's stretched away whilst these 4 are fighting. But this is just the most amazing little battle I've seen in the longest time. Not super powerful cars. We're on sports tyres around a tiny little track. And these guys are absolutely lighting up the stream for us. This is brilliant. So we've got Hulky out front by 0.4 of a second. Outlaw is 0.3 ahead of Stiggy. And Stiggy is just about a second ahead of Gr.x. So unfortunately, Gr.x had a bit of a moment and just dropped back a little bit at the moment. And I think Stiggy's just off the back a little bit as well. No, he's back in. So we're 0.3 and 0.4 between Hulky, number 1, and Stiggy. Really anybody's race, this one, for the podiums. Hulky and number 1 with the podium spots at the moment, but I do wonder whether Stiggy is going to upset the party here. And a lovely little slide from Stiggy there as he gets the car sideways just to burn off a little bit of speed so he didn't get into the gravel. Lovely bit of car control there, and that's brought him right back into play. So there's about half a second between these guys. And again, time is running out. We are on lap number 9. It's been intense, really intense, this one. Is anybody going to be able to make an audacious move? I just hope it doesn't end in tears, because these guys have worked so hard for this. But who is going to be our podium places? Well, I think Dan has got this one in hand at the moment. Forgive me, we've not seen much of Dan. He's out front by some significant margin. I'll tell you, actually 3.5 seconds. But this little race with these 3 is enthralling. It is enthralling. Number 1 just closing up, 0.3 behind. We are on the final lap now. Number 1 looking up the inside of Hulky. Is there anywhere through? There isn't. Hulky is got some beautiful lines, defending lovely. Just holding his lines to make sure the guys behind have got to try something very, very special to find their way through. They are running out of time at the moment. And Hulky half a second ahead, and Stiggy's closed up a tiny little bit on number 1. But none of these guys are making any mistakes at all. I haven't seen a mistake at all from these guys. Gr.x just fallen off the back a little bit. The Gamer Dan is going to come across to take the first place by some 3 seconds. But behind, Outlaw just weaving around trying to find a place. He can't get through. It's Hulky, number 1, and Stiggy. An outstanding race with those guys. Gr.x is going to come across 5th. He had a grandstand view on that one. Will's coming across 6th. Robson 7th. Danny is going to come across in 8th place. And Drak Fury, oh, Drak is retired. Well, he's going through the pits. So I think he's doing a pit run for that one. But, oh, that's, well, number one Pops. He says it all, 3 words. Wow, just wow. Number one Pops in the middle of that one throughout. Hulky absolutely nailing every single corner. All of them nailing every corner, but Hulky just soaking up the pressure there. And number one Pops with pressure from behind and chasing as well. And it was just, who's going to make a mistake? Who's going to make a move? But there was no opportunity to make a move because there were no mistakes. And just some of the best driving you are going to see anywhere. That was absolutely incredible. I take my hat off to you guys. Stunning. I feel sorry for Dan. He was so far out in front. He missed all the fun. Dan was your winner, a 54.561. 2.8 seconds ahead of Hulky in second. Hulky doing an outstanding job holding off the guys behind, a 54.649. Number one Pops, a 54.681 in third, and Stiggy in fourth there with a 54.669. Greg did get the fastest lap, a 54.413, but he did get a 1 second penalty at the end and managed to fall back off the pack. So he was 7 seconds back. He was in the mix there for those 3, but outstanding. I can't get over that one. Wheels in 6th, Robson 7th, Danny C in 8th, Drak Fury 9th, and obviously I was a DNF because I didn't run. So congratulations to Gamer Dan, but I must say massive congratulations to Hulky, number 1, and Stiggy for just the most amazing race. I tell you what, if these next couple of races are anything like that, don't go anywhere, my friends, because we are in for some great racing. We've got a GR4 and a GR3 race coming up. The first is going to be around Big Willow with those massive, horrible gravel areas. And what looks to be, when you look at it, a fairly standard, easy, straightforward race. It isn't. This is a very technical race, as a certain young lady taught me when we were doing this with TCSRL. Very technical, and if you are brave, it does fortune the brave quite a lot, this one. So it'd be very interesting to see. So we are stepping up. You can see, look at that car that Gamer Dan's in, the black stealthy monster car. Hoonigan on it too, so it's a Hoonigan car. Looks beautiful, that one. Lovely turned out car. But you can just see now we've stepped up the technical nature of the racing. We're getting into proper racing cars now rather than road cars, and I think that we're going to see some interesting races coming on. Number one Pops just saying, I tried so hard. Hulky, laugh out loud. Pops was epic. I thought you was going to get me. And number one Pops also saying, my hands are shaking, Hulky. Hulky fault. And Gamer Dan saying, wow, the fastest times are so close between so many. It was outstanding. Absolutely fantastic. Drak Fury saying, who chose these tracks? Me, my friend. I went for some unusual stuff tonight. I'd mix it up. It's a Friday night special, Drak. Come on, you know me, Mr. Unexpected. But yeah, going to be very interesting, this one. Looking forward to this very much. You can see Drak Fury's off in the dust. I have a funny feeling that there could be a car going airborne at some point. Where are we? So I need to get the qualifying. I am going to get the qualifying for this one at 35. Just giving the guys just a few minutes to have a little play. And let me just jump on board. Where is Mr. Fury? Where is the Furinator? There he is. He's doing it. Whoa, just on board with him. I knew he was going to. Go on, Drak. One more. Come on, one more. And then proper racing, my friend. I'll allow you one more off-road. We're going to break all the PSR rules. He knows where the jumps are. He's going to be hurtling around. Let's stay on board with him. Yeah, there's a few jumps around here. And here we go. Oh, big air. Into the barrier. Round he goes. He knows the jumps around this track. He also knows that when you get caught in the gravel, you're in trouble in this one. And we will be on board with the guys that are racing hard in this, because I think it's going to be a very, very close race again, this one. Watch Dan in this. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on Gamer Dan here. Gamer Dan loves this track. He said to me once or twice this year, why don't we do Big Willow more? Big Willow does not come up often enough. Well, my friend, it's come up tonight in a car that should be pretty good around here. I think the GR4s are great around here, and if you're brave on a couple of these corners and you can get a good exit, it can really make a big old difference. Right, so I think we're going to be going racing in just under a minute, then we will get going. So if I'm not mistaken, I think there's another jump coming up. So we'll just stay on board with Drap Fury for this one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Over he goes. And then it's all over once you're in the gravel. It's all over once you're in the gravel. Okay, so who have we got in this one? We've got Greg White, Danny C, Gamer Dan, Wills, Robson, Drap Fury, Hulky, number one Stiggy. I am going to be start qualifying. I am going to be sitting this one out to that for now. I'm not going to be doing any more racing. I am looking after my back, and I need to get that repaired. And then once it is repaired, I can get back into the daily races and doing a little bit more streaming and trying to catch up with my mate Hulky, because Hulky's getting very quick at the moment. Too quick for my liking. So I need to get back into racing proper very, very soon, and see if I can get an A before he does. But I think he will do. Drat Fury says, that's the Joker, Mitch. Oh, not doing any Jokers now, my friend. Because not everybody knows where that is. Mate, I'll tell you what we should do. And this is a little exercise for somebody out there that wants to take this on. For a Friday night special, why don't we do a Friday night special where we do 5 races. And each of the race has to have 1 or more Jokers in it. So we could do this track where we need to do a jump. We could do Michelin where you've got the ring at the top before you finish. There's the cut through as you go over the first corner. And there's a third, and I can't think where. Oh, on the final corner where you go down the hill, you have to go round the outside. So Michelin is great for Jokers. 3 Jokers you can do around there. If somebody wants to write up a race evening, we could do that, could we? Could do a Joker evening. How about that? What say you? What say you guys? So we've already got a couple of Jokers. I know some people do Jokers where you've got to do donuts in the mid on the long straight and things. I'm not necessarily into those, because people that are trying to race properly and come around the corner and find a car doing donuts in the middle of the track does tend to wind me up a little bit. But if we can get things where you've got to go off track, go around a certain way or something, then you know, that will work. Obviously track limits ends up coming off of in those instances, but there's probably enough tracks where we can do that. Oh no, Greg's television turned off. Link to the PS5. Oh no, Greg's crashed. Oh no, that's not good. That's never good when that happens. Where is he still? I think we've lost Greg altogether. Oh no, that's not good, my friend. Oh, we are in the qualifier 2 at the moment. Oh no. No, 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 no. That Hoonigan livery is very straightforward, but he does look good on Gamer Dan's car. And Danny's in a red and black. Again, very subtle, but very nice. Very nice livery, that one. Drat Fury's in the Hot Wheels. Wheels is in a sort of silver coloured car. Robson's in, again, another nice livery. It's very subtle liveries tonight, a lot of them, other than Drac, who's in a really leery livery. But yeah, some lovely liveries tonight. Hulky in a BTCC. Oh, he's racing with Gr.x's car. So no wonder Greg's in trouble. Hulky's nicked his car. Greg, Hulky's nicked your car, mate. Yeah, look, we now know. Look, watch on the back. Look, he's got Gr.x's car. No wonder you're in trouble, my friend. It's not your TV or anything that's done that. Hulky's jumped into your garage and run off in your car. God, what has happened to respectability tonight? It's gone. There is no respectability tonight. It's a Friday and nobody cares. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. We shall have to have words. Have we got a rule down for stealing somebody else's car? Can somebody check the rule book? Can I kick Hulky for stealing Greg's car? I'm the host. I can do whatever I want. Do you think we should have should we have a vote in the YouTube chat? Do we? I think we need to. I think we need to. Bear with me a second. Bear with me a second. I think we're going to put that out there. I think we're going to put that out there. Let's see what the world of YouTube says. I can't believe. Look, he's dived in the pits now. They're trying to rip the stickers off, but we've already seen. He's jumped in the wrong car. It's too late, my friend. Oh, it's too late. Just too late. There's nothing you can do about it now. We know what's happened. We know what's happened. Where are we at the moment? 3 votes. Yes. Black flag Hulky. Or 4 votes. Somebody's decided with Hulky. Maybe that's Hulky. Hulky's just dived in the pits, hasn't he? And he's just dived in the pits and he said to the guys, come on, get these stickers off, because otherwise I'm going to be in deep trouble. Well, little does he know he already is in deep trouble. I'm going to have words. I'm so going to have words. I'm so disappointed with him. Oh, the guy that I thought was PSR through and through, he's only gone and stolen somebody else's car. My word. 9 votes to ban him. Oh dear, Hulky says, Greg is on my pad, by the way, and I'm on his piste. Oh, they're on each other's pads. Oh, here we go. They're getting themselves ready for the World Series. Unfortunately, my friends, PD are aware of this pad swapping lark that goes on in the World Series. They nobbled them. They know what's going on. You can't do that anymore. You won't get away with it. Come on, don't bring all of those shenanigans to PSR, please. Oh, you'll have me scratching my head again and thinking, what on earth is going on? What are they all doing to me tonight? What are they all doing to me? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, the vote is that we black flag Hulky. Well, guess what? Stuff that. Hulky's racing. He's racing for Team Hulky and Gr.x, because unfortunately Greg has had to jump out. What you don't actually know, my friends, Hulky's got a bit of extra ballast. He's got a co-driver. He's got a guy who's gonna help him through this one. Come on, Greg. Let's get Hulky. He's on the back foot at the moment in 8th place. Come on, Greg. Let's see what the mentor and pupil can do. I want to see how far Hulky can come through the pack now with a bit of tuition. So we got Gamer Dan out front, number 1 Pop, Strat Fury, Danny, Robson, Wills, Then we've got Stiggy, Hulky bringing up the rear. Greg White and I will be spectating. Let's put some details on. I'll just remind you that Hulky is in Greg's car. He's got the team lead car. What can he do with it? Can he bring it home for the team? All the pressure on Hulky for this one. But it is Gamer Dan that is going to lead us away from number 1 Pops and Drag Fury. And remember, these guys had an absolutely amazing race last time out. Oh, number one Pops already into the gravel. That's not what he wants to do. He's going to have dirty tyres now, and he's also going to act as a bottleneck into these little corners. That is going to be absolutely music to Gamer Dan's ears. Although he might not be able to hear, so I mean that in the nicest possible way. That might be good that he doesn't know that he's running away with the guys behind that are still putting wheels into the gravel. It's super, super, super tight behind. Oh, I'm hearing that Gamer Dan is listening. He's giggling. He's laughing. Well, he must be running on laughing gas at the moment, because whatever he's got in that car, I don't think it's Kobe juice, because we haven't seen Jack for a while. I reckon he must be on laughing gas, popping out the back of that little Suzuki, because he's 2 seconds ahead and we haven't even finished the first lap. Behind we got number one, Danny and Stiggy and Drak Fury, I think all together. Danny and number 1 it is. Oh, I thought that was like 3 wide as Drak Fury puts a wheel in the gravel. We've got another one going ever so slightly wide there. We've got a blue car that is wriggling around all over the place. I think, was that Stiggy or Robson behind that was dancing around all over the place there? Not quite sure. Oh, not sure what's going on. Oh, Drak Fury off on the gravel. We're not doing the jokers in this one, mate. This is a serious race. Serious race, this one. Oh, but Gamer Dan out front at the moment. Number 1 Pops. Danny C, Stiggy and Drak Fury, all getting a little bit in the air and then really squiggling under the brakes there. How on earth he slowed that down without running into the back of Robson? I haven't got a clue. Oh my word, this is entertaining. Oh, somebody stick some sand in Gamer Dan's tank, will you? Slow him down because he's all over the place. Oh, Wheels just getting a little bit of a nudge there. Oh, Drak Fury going off at the moment. Oh, where are we? I've just flicked the wrong button there. Oh, Danny C. Okay, so Danny is in second with Stiggy right behind him. So these two going really, really well. Oh, the red car and the blue car had a race, but all old Boo could do was stuff his face. Yeah, can't remember the rest of that. Oh, what an advert that was. But we got a red and a blue car really going for it here. Danny and Stiggy right on it. Behind, we got 3 cars chasing as well. Robson, number 1, and Hulky going well. So Hulky's coming through well. Look at that. He's up to 6th already. 3 out of 6 laps. So he's obviously got the extra ballast with Greg sitting alongside him. But that's clearly working for them, working well. Obviously, the strategy going well. Maybe that's the key thing here. Grab yourself a co-driver. Dan, what are you doing, mate? You're 3 seconds out front. I think we're going to need to throw some ballast in your car for the next one. What should we put in there? Should we pop in an elephant and a kangaroo? What do you reckon? Oh, no kangaroos in South Africa. Okay, so we'll go for an elephant, a rhino, a lion. No, look, we can't put a lion on. They'll rip it. They'll take his head off. Come on, guys. Be sensible. Come on. Oh, yeah. A case of biltong in the back. That would work, wouldn't it? Yep. We'll put a case of that in the back because he'll get halfway around. He'll have to stop for a nosh. There you go. That'll work. That'll work for him. That will slow him down. It's slowed him down already. Look, even the thought of it is down to 2.5 seconds because Danny's on it. Danny has dropped Stiggy for the moment. 1.2 seconds ahead at the moment. So these guys are starting to just gap themselves a little bit. 2.5 seconds to Gamer Dan out front and Danny in second. 1.3 ahead of Stiggy, who is just a second ahead of Robson, who's on a charge at the moment. Robson's got number one charging behind. There's a second between these three. So not a lot. One little mistake and these guys could all come together. And Hulky in sixth is just off the back of these guys as well. So Hulky's going well. We've lost Drat Fury and Wills for the moment. They are just at the back a little bit. But Dan out front by some considerable margin. Has anybody told him he's got a case of biltong in the back of there? That oh, they have. Apparently, he's waiting for the landlord to come back so he can have a pint with it. But he's not going to do that until the landlord's back. But I've just found out that the landlord is about 3 minutes away, so the landlord's probably going to rock up for the prize giving ceremony. So, oh guys, Stiggy, Robson, Danny, you're going to have to go for it, mate, because Dan is on it. He's on it, and he's not going to give this one away easy. So come on, Dan. Come on, Danny C. 2.4. You're 2.5 ahead of Stiggy. And then Stiggy's got his ears? He's got his mirrors, I should say, full of Robson at the moment. Robson's just 0.3 behind. So this is the little battle on track now. Stiggy has dropped off the back of Danny C and he's dropped into the clutches of Robson, whose lights are blazing all over the back of Stiggy. He's under pressure. Oh, he's in the gravel as we say that. The commentator's curse kicks in again. Oh no, Stiggy drops down to fifth, and I think Hulky's going to come through as well. Hulky's right on the back of Stiggy. They don't call me Mitchell Murray Morgan for nothing. My big hero, Murray Walker. God bless his heart. I used to love his commentaries, and he was always, commentators curse, he'd say something and something will go wrong. I've just completely scuppered Stiggy, and Hulky has gone through. So Hulky's up in the fifth. Can he hold that as we go on to the final lap? Stiggy is not going to have that. He's going to try and get through on the inside. So we've got a lovely little battle between Stiggy and Hulky here. Hulky using all of the track beautifully through there, just holding Stiggy behind. Out front, it is Gamer down by 1.8. Danny is 4 seconds ahead of Robson. Robson 2 ahead of number one. Number one is 1.5 seconds ahead of Hulky. So the battle on track here is these two, Stiggy and Hulky. Stiggy in the mix for such a long time, and then just a tiny little error getting his wheels into the gravel there, held him back just a little bit, and now he finds himself behind the Hulkster. Hulkster with Gr.x in the car too, as Hulky's throwing up a bit of dust there, as is Stiggy. Both of them off the track now. Whoa, we can't see through the dust as it clears. It is Hulky that has come out ahead. So, Hulky and Stiggy. I think Stiggy must have followed Hulky off there. Both of them just cleaning up their tyres now. So, Hulky with a very lucky escape there. I can hear that Gr.x is absolutely screaming at Hulky for that mistake. Not happy at all, I understand. And I think Hulky could be writing out 1,000 times on a piece of paper. He's got lines at the end of this one 1,000 times. I will not go off track. So Hulky, get writing. Greg's watching. 1,000 lines. I will not go off track. There you go. Gamer down. 2.1 seconds out front. And then Danny 4.4 ahead of Robson. Stiggy was in it for the longest time. But Hulky coming through from the back in 5th place. Just goes to show sometimes, if you jump into the T car, can pay off. Can pay off. Nice one. Really great racing, guys. Great racing, great track. And I think another great little combo, this one. The little Suzuki around Brands was outstanding. And it looks like this was a good one too as well. Just as we go into the evening. I'm going to be a little bit over my curfew. So could be in a little bit of trouble later on, but never mind. We've got one more race to go. We're going to get into that one very quickly. Let me just save this one away, and then we'll get into the last race, which is going to be in the VGT, the GR3 model. So it's the £500,000 car, not the expensive VGT. Didn't go quite that crazy. And number one pop saying, Greg, been caught on camera putting something in my tank. Oh, really? We've got more shenanigans going on, number one. You're going to have to let us know. Oh, we got some jitting going on. I think something fishy going on in the Greg White hulky camp at the moment. I'm just going to a little bit uncertain about tonight. There's some real shenanigans going on here. Hulky says it's secret pops, laugh out loud. Greg was laughing. Well, it's out now, my friend. It is out in the open. And Danny's saying, thanks for the races. All been a great night. I'm pleased that you have found it to be good. I'm enjoying it too. But Gamer Dan showing the way again in this one. A 1:18.957 and the fastest lap. Danny C in second with a 1:18.593. Fastest lap there for Danny, going really well. Robson in third with a 1:19.399. And then number one pops in a fine fourth. Hulky coming through there in fifth with all of the shenanigans going on. I think I should have black flagged him, but we let it go. Oh, I'm feeling lenient tonight, and they're taking advantage of my good nature. Stiggy getting it a little bit wrong on the gravel there, losing out and dropping down to sixth, and then Drak Fury seventh and Wills in eighth. So last race of the night this evening. We're going to be heading off to Deep Forest Raceway. I am going to change this to the race only because I am a little bit close to my curfew. I'm going to be going over it. I promised Joe, with my health at the moment, I'm finishing at 11 o'clock at the moment. And so we'll go straight into the race as soon as people are ready. Right, so what are we in? We're in the Suzuki VGT GR3, 6 laps around here. Straightforward sprint. Not throwing any rain and other shenanigans into these races this evening. But I'm looking forward to this one very, very, very much. And the guys have given us some phenomenal racing tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed it. That race around Brands Hatch was just incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Those guys so close, so respectful. It was really like watching a British touring car race. They were going, looking either side, just a little look up, dropping back, moving. Really, really fantastic racing. And I salute you guys. It was absolutely incredible. I loved every single moment of it. Gamer Down says, well, you're not racing, so not against the curfew. Technically speaking, my friend, yes. Technically speaking. Yeah, no, I did a few races. I'd love to have done that Brands one, but unfortunately it was a little bit too much for me. And I've been commentating. I'm loving this commentary. I just love doing it. I really, really do. I love racing, but I'm falling in love with commentary in the deepest way possible at the moment. Getting as much enjoyment out of watching you guys racing and commentating and just sharing your skills, and there's some skills. I'm just getting as much enjoyment out of that as I am racing. So it's all good. It's all good. It is all good. And as some people have said, they do love me commentating until their name comes up, and then they get all the collywobbles and it all goes wrong. Drak, are you racing in this one? And then we'll get going. Hopefully Drak is. He's obviously not off buying a car, so hopefully he'll be in this one. And then we'll have Greg White, Gamer Dan, Wills Racing, Robson, Hulky, number one Stiggy, and Drak Fury. I lost a few people since I went off. I'm hoping everybody is that off and races with us aren't at the moment are well. You know, the guys that I'm thinking of. I hope everybody's okay and just busy and off doing other bits and pieces. And hopefully they'll come back and race with us from time to time. So Drak Fury, he had to put his son to bed. That's absolutely fine. Are you all done and ready to rumble now, Drak? I'm assuming that he is back and ready. I'll just give him a moment or two just to get settled, and then we will. Oh, we've got somebody else joining. I apologise for moving around a bit on the camera. I know it's a bit off-putting. I'm just trying to keep my back in a good place. So we've just got somebody joining at the moment, which means I will not be able to start the quali. Bumblebee's just joining, so hopefully he will jump in quickly. I'm wondering if he's just been off to buy the car. So we're all in the Suzuki VGT GR3 car. It is a single make race, as they have all been tonight. So it's all been about the racers. No one car other than obviously the first two, but after the first two races, it's all been about all about the racer rather than the cars. Is Bumblebee going to tick in? I'm just going to go, please tick in. And invariably people tick in whilst I'm doing this. And then we'll get going. As soon as he's in, we're going. I tell you what, if he's not in by 11 o'clock, we are going racing. He's in. We're done. Let's get this one underway. So we've got Gr.x, Gamer Dan, Wheels Racing, Robson, Drag Fury, Hulky, Bumblebee, number 1, Stiggy. The game is going to decide the order. We are under starters orders. It is going to be 6 laps around Deep Forest Raceway in the Suzuki VGT. As I said, I'm loving these one-make races. They are very, very special. And they always show some fantastic skills. And we've got Gr.x and Hulky that are going to be leading us away. Gamer Dan in 3rd, Stiggy 4th, Wills in 5th, Robson 6th, Drag Fury in 7th, and Bumblebee in 8th. I think those are the 8 runners that we've got. No, we've got 9, so I don't know who is at the back. At the moment, we will find out. Somebody looks like they got a bit of a stumble on the line there. It wasn't the cleanest of getaways for one of the cars, but hopefully they will all negotiate the first corner without too much trouble. Hulky getting it a little bit loose under power there. These little Suzukis are great little cars, but they're light and they can be very, very twitchy under acceleration if you're not careful. And we could see a little bit of that. But Gr.x out front at the moment by 0.4 of a second. Hulky 1.3 ahead of Gamer Dan. So the Master and the Apprentice are leading the way at the moment, but I suspect that may well change. Although I say Master and Apprentice, Hulky is far from an apprentice these days. He's becoming a fully fledged rocket ship in some of the races that I've been watching. I'm loving his the way that he is, his consistency and his lap times are improving all the time at the moment. He's definitely got me worried as somebody that likes to try and race against Hulky. We often have very similar skills, but he's leaving me behind at the moment, especially in the GR3s. Oh, Gr.x just pulling over to the side there. I think he's I don't know what's up with Greg, but he has just pulled to the side. I'm wondering if that is has he got another? I'm not sure. Oh, Croyer is an outlaw. Ah, okay. No worries, Pork Pie. Oh, that's cool. That's nice to know. Cool. I haven't done the old welcome and join thing at the moment, just because I'm just got a little bit tired at the moment. But it would be good if you could join us for future races. But I'm just being a little bit relaxed at the moment. So long as people are playing with our rules, that's good. But Hulky is out front by 1 second at the moment, and Gamer Dan is like, I'm not having any of this. He's following behind and not managing to close up too much. There's a few tenths each corner that he's closing up, even though pushing hard. Again, the back of that car, Hulky's car, just squirming around a little bit. Gamer Dan with a nice slipstream now as you head down through the tunnel towards the hairpin, which is the back of the straight. They're going to hit the brakes very, very hard, getting it turned in. Some go long and sweep, some come across the track. Different ways of doing that particular corner, different schools of thought. And looks like Hulky and Dan following the same school of thought as we go through. I love this little complex here where you go up the hill, over the top, underneath the little walk over there, the walkway, and then you're looking for your braking zone into this first corner. And very, very easy to go deep. Very easy to get up the inside and make a move if the other person goes too deep, but no opportunity for Gamer Dan there. Hulky running really, really nicely at the moment. There's no tyre differential, fuel to worry about or anything. These are straightforward sprints tonight. It very much is man and machine, and it's all about the man. Unfortunately, no ladies tonight, I don't believe. But so that isn't a sexist comment or anything like that. But these guys really, really, really going well. So Hulky just 3 ahead of Gamer Dan now, as in 0.3 rather than 3 seconds, but 0.3. Dan really got Hulky in his sights at the moment. These two guys way out in front, some 4.4 seconds ahead of the cars behind. But behind is a lovely little 4-car battle that is raging here. Stiggy and Gr.x right in with each other here. So whether Greg was giving way to let somebody through after a bump or something, I'm not quite sure. But Greg now back up to 3rd gear. Stiggy just pulling across to get that slipstream from Greg. Having a little look on the way in to see if there's any opportunity, but very, very close together. Almost an overlap between Greg and Stiggy there. Gr.x from one of the Outlaws running well in 5th. Robson in 6th. And I am going to sneeze in a moment. Bear with me a second. Oh, sorry. I couldn't get the microphone turned off quickly enough. I couldn't move forwards. Oh, that hurts when I do that. Oh, bear with me a second. Coughing and sneezing still hurts at the minute. Oh, Greg getting a wheel on the Astro there, using all of the track and more. Look at that. He's got half the car off the track through there and still holding it really, really nicely. Stiggy right on his back bumper, and Stiggy's got Gr.x not far behind him either. So we've got 0.7 between Greg and Stiggy and 1.3 between Stiggy and Gr.x. So these guys all pretty close, and Robson's right in the mix too. He's just 0.4 off the back of Gr.x. So these two guys in the same livery, the teammates, absolutely going together. Are they going to work together and as we get into the closing stages of the race, or are they just going to go for it? Looks like Robson is trying for a move around Gr.x, but can't quite pull that one off. Tucks in behind. So if those guys goes to work together, they could still close up as we come down to the hairpin before we get the run down towards the start-finish line. Jack Fury just getting a little bit sideways at the back there, but it is Hulky out front by 1 second at the moment. Hulky, I said, he's going so well in these GR3 cars at the moment. He's seriously got me worried right now. His pace, his consistency, his lines, it's just so nice watching him race at the moment. And I bet that Gamer Dan is sitting behind thinking that he wishes they weren't quite so nice. I'm not going to jump away from Hulky because I just don't want to spook him. I'm loving this one. I'd love for him to win this one because he's up against some real class behind him. Gamer Dan and Gr.x, two very, very quick racers. So I'm going to leave Hulky alone for the moment. We're on board with Gamer Dan, who's got Gr.x chasing him down now. Greg just 0.6 behind Dan. So not only has Dan got to push on to try and catch Hulky, but he's got his mirrors full of Greg as well. And will they work together to close up, or are they going to battle away? Who knows? Greg making a move on the inside. No, thinks better of it. Tucks back in behind Dan. Brakes glowing red hot as they're hard on the brakes to get the car slowed down. And you can see that Greg is all over the back of Dan. 0.1 as we go down the hill. He's going to have to slip. Is he going to bump, or is he going to go for a move? He'll be proud of Hulky out front, but I guess he would also like to get out there and push him and see what he can do. Dan, always the racer, always looking for the win. He is not going to settle for second, I know that for sure. So on this last lap, they're really going to be pushing. But as Dan is having to defend heavily from Greg, that is enabling Hulky just to keep this gap. So it's growing a little bit through this little twisty section, whilst Dan is having to take different lines to hold Greg behind him. Greg looking for any opportunity by. He's looking for that intimidation pass to come. That little mistake where he can intimidate Dan into a mistake and get by. The time is running out now. Hulky 1.3 ahead and pulling a few tenths of a second out on the two guys behind whilst they're racing. As Greg makes his move now, he's gone for the outside. He's got by. The slipstream potentially working there. Has he timed that correctly, or can Dan get a blinding exit out of here and use the slipstream to the lines? This is going to be incredibly close between these two. Hulky is now down to 1 second. So these guys really on it. Dan's done extremely well. He's raced all night tonight, which is a feat in itself. He's carrying some hearing issues, and I'm amazed that Dan has actually managed to do a full night of racing. So thank you, Dan, for that and the entertainment that you've given us this evening. You have been on fire, my friend. But at the end of that one, Hulky 0.8 ahead of Greg, 0.7 ahead of Gamer Dan. Hulky, my friend, what a win. He, if I am not mistaken, will be, I'd love to be on his stream right now, because I bet he is jumping up and down in his seat. If I know Hulky, he'll be over the moon with that. To have the likes of Greg and Gamer Dan behind him, I bet he is absolutely buzzing. What a way to finish a great evening of racing. And yeah, Hulky, my friend, you got me worried right now. Oh my God, I've got to get myself fit and well and practice some, because you are rocking it right now. You're going to be an A-rank racer very soon with the with what you're doing right now. And you know, well done to Greg that's been working with Hulky. Definitely what you two are doing together is definitely working very well indeed. Make a great little team, the two of them, and going absolutely wonderfully. Rachel GT, thank you for popping in and saying hello. Haven't looked at the chat too much tonight because I've been busy commentating, but thank you for popping in, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Rachel's got her own YouTube channel as well and hosting races as well. But that one was just the last race of the night. Phenomenal. Hulky was your winner. A 1:28.771. Just 0.2 of a second off of the fastest lap that Greg White got. He set a 1:27.554, just 0.8 of a second behind Hulky, but Greg White getting second. Gamer Dan did it his best. He was holding off Greg White for the longest time, but unfortunately Greg did manage to get through. I think it was on slipstream, and then unfortunately Dan couldn't quite get back on the off the hairpin. Very difficult to get a good exit off there and overtake somebody down the hill and up the top, but just 1.5 behind with a 1:28.664. And then we had Stiggy in fourth, Robson fifth, Croyer in sixth, Drac Fury in seventh, number one Pops in eighth, and Wills in ninth. So the final wins of the final race, your top three, Hulky, Greg White and Gamer Dan. Some phenomenal racing this evening. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I am pretty much done for now, so I'm just going to say thank you to everyone for tonight, but I have got to call it a night. I will be back on Monday. I'm really going to relax a lot over the weekend. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get a manufacturer's race done tomorrow. So there's a lot going on. Coda's coming home tomorrow. My daughter's had him for 2 weeks. He's going to be coming home tomorrow. Thoroughly looking forward to that, and it'd be great to have him back with us. And so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do a manufacturer's tomorrow, which would be a shame. Those of you that are doing the manufacturers tomorrow, I hope you have a really good race around the gardens. Let us know how you do, and I'll be back on Monday for some more lobby racing. And whether I'll be able to do any daily races during the day, I don't know. I can't overdo it at the moment, so unfortunately the daily races are a little bit on hold. But let's see what those daily races are and what we can do. For now, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for watching, everybody that subscribed, everybody that has liked the video and the stream. Thank you to our amazing racers, and for the amazing races. They were stunning, and I am probably going to have a look back at that race around brands, because that was something special. Those guys really, 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 really on it and really, really going well together. Hope you've enjoyed this evening. I do love these one make Friday night specials that we do. In the meantime, have yourselves a great morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, whatever you're doing. Have a great one. Again, my best wishes to everybody that is going through health and other issues at the moment. I'm hearing bits and pieces from all sorts of people of varying different things, from influenza to hospital stays, some racers and some family members of racers. My thoughts, my prayers, my wishes go to all of you guys, and let's hope that we all can get ourselves well for the spring and have a better 2026 than it started, because it's for some of us it's not started overly well. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get positive. Look forward to the manufacturers races tomorrow. Good luck to all of you again that are doing those. I will be back on Monday. For now, take care. Bye.